welcome to Internet Girls.
Internet girls are
On the
here.
internet. We're going to make our own theme song.
Yeah, we should. We should make it like really annoying and like 3 seconds long. Just like say internet girls all sorts of kind of ways. Like internet girls. Just layer them on top of each other for like 3 seconds.
I love that idea.
Hannah and I were just like debriefing when we hopped on here, and we were like, we got to stop this and we got to tell the girls. So I moved, and also when I moved, I like we're completely out of this apartment. I'm sitting in an empty apartment right now because we did a week of overlap from our current space to our space that we're moving into. But we moved there. Imagine this. You know how annoying it is to move. You move, you do all the things, you get, and you're like, I'm sitting on my couch in my new apartment. Boom, no internet.
No, you poor thing.
I know. I'm like, what did we do like in the world before?
Right? We all had to like go to a library.
Oh my gosh. Or like, how did our parents entertain themselves? You know?
No, for real. What were they doing? Because like I can't go an hour without being on my phone.
No. Were they reading books? You think? Like, what were they doing? We should ask them.
Playing board games
Yeah.
by
Something.
candlelight because they had no electricity.
Milking a cow.
Walking 10 miles to and from school every day in the snow.
Washing their hair. You know that saying that's like,
Washing your hair.
Maybe that's why everyone has stopped washing their hair so much.
They're over it. They spent the first half of their life doing that.
Yeah, and now they're like, I just want to be on the internet. But okay. Anyway, so you're on your couch, you just move, you're so tired. So annoying. Boom, no internet. Oh my gosh. And for someone who works via the internet, that's like not gonna work. So Matt and I looked at each other for like 30 minutes, didn't know what to do. We were like, could barely get by. Also, we don't have service, so it's not like at our place either. So we couldn't even hardly play on our phones. Like videos were taking like a gazillion times to So imagine that. We were like on an island, it felt like.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So that's
We
why
were just out there.
Yeah, and I was like, Matt, let's just go to our old apartment. We have this place for like a couple more days. Everything's out of here, but like, let's just go, you know? And he was like, no, I'm so tired. And so I'm like, you're so annoying. We just had to sit there, and I edited some stuff and we played some podcasts. We were able to connect to the upstairs internet and watch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not on our phones or anything. It wasn't working like that, but for some reason it would let us like watch Netflix. It was
Good. That'll entertain you.
Yeah. That was, if that didn't happen, I don't know what we would have done.
Yeah, seriously. How far is your old place from your new place?
It's like 15. No, it's more like 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes down the road.
Okay. Not too bad. And it's furnished, right?
Yeah. We have to move into furnished places because like,
yeah, you cannot be moving furniture across the country.
Definitely not. I am like kind of craving to like, I love this life so much, but like I would love to decorate a house. I would love to like, this is my chair, this is my table. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I wish we could like life swap for like a year so that you could like be in your nesting era and like work on like decorating the house in the backyard, and I could just be out there like living in a new city every 3 months.
Yeah. No, seriously. I'm also think I'm having a quarter life crisis because I just had a birthday. And so I'm feeling like, what am I doing with my life? Am I like so old? Like, is this stupid? I don't know. Like, you know?
Yeah, they don't tell you when you're a kid that when you have birthdays as an adult, they are not fun.
Yeah.
Like they are stressful, and it makes you think of your impending doom.
Yeah, it goes from being like the best day ever, like you look forward to it every year when you're a little kid, you're like, oh my gosh, nothing tops this day, to being like dread.
Yeah,
Like,
and I never understood as a kid why people like older than me were like, "Oh, I don't like to celebrate my birthday. I don't like." I'm like, it's a holiday specifically for you. Like, why would you not want to celebrate that?" And now I'm like, "Oh, I'm 30. That is terrifying."
yeah, no, I just turned. I can't even say it out loud. I can't. I'm sorry.
He's the same age as Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go. I just turned Taylor Swift's age, and
Yeah.
so it was painful. I was like, and the day, like, I was able to put that aside, have a great day, but it's not that. It's like now I'm like looking at my life and like is this stupid, like, and I've put so much work into the internet and like
Mhm.
being online and like doing this for so long. And I just feel like I should be so much further along, and then you just feel like stupid, and then you just feel like, what am I doing? And this is like a common, if you talk to any content creator, even the big ones, they will tell you like
Yeah.
this is how you feel. It's a cycle, and I know I'll get
It
over
is.
this, but I'm currently like
And you're in your flop era a little bit. I'm also in
definitely.
my flop era. Like, I feel like being an influencer is like flop, flop, flop. Yay, flop, flop. Like,
You are so right. You are so right. It's like imagine you're on a roller coaster and you're like down, 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 and then you're like, oh yay, 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 this is really cool.
this is good. This is good. Oh,
Woo!
nobody cares
No,
again.
yeah.
Oh.
No, no, no. Then you're just like down, and then it feels like so much pressure on your head as you're like, the
Yeah.
what is that? G forces or like, oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Woo!
Yeah. I know. And it's almost like social media platforms like give you a little bit. They're like, oh, here's 10,000 views. You're welcome. Like, keep coming back. And then you're like chasing the high. You're like, oh my God, I need to experience that again. Or I need to have a viral video because it feels so good. But then you're in your flop era like most of the year. So,
Yeah, I wonder what it's like for, those people who don't really like have to chase views though, you know?
oh, they just everything they put out there just turns to gold and pops off.
Yeah, just does well. They're just like, what
I wonder about that constantly. How do they feel? Do they ever feel like they're in their flop era or are they just like succeeding all the time?
they're just like living their life and posting. That I can't wait for that to be us.
But you know what? I feel like everyone still has that because I was talking to a friend of mine who has like, I don't know, 150, 200,000 followers on Instagram. All her posts do so well. And even she was like, oh, I feel like my content's not doing well. I feel like no one cares. I feel like I don't know what to post. I was like, oh, so you are like the rest of us.
No, totally, totally. I'm talking about like the people who have like millions of followers that just
Yeah,
like can coast. Like,
that sounds nice. But you know what? There's like always another side of the coin. Like
mhm.
those people are getting canceled left and right now. And like they're being pressured to talk about things. And
That's true. And also they're getting like doxxed, like their addresses leaked and things like that.
yeah, and their phone numbers leaks. Like that's really scary too.
Yeah, yeah. Today, as you might be able to see, Hannah is looking very, very beautiful. She always is, but even more just enhanced her natural beauty.
As I'm like picking a piece of skin off my lip. Yeah, so I actually had a med spa reach out to me and I've been really wanting to like make a connection with a med spa in my area because I've always been so curious about Botox and about lip filler. And I have like dabbled in this before, but it's a very expensive thing to just like randomly try, obviously.
Oh yeah,
So,
so expensive. Like I've heard people can go and drop 10
oh,
grand in one day
easy.
there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everything I got done was probably around 5K. I did not pay for it, but that is
That's
very nice of them.
crazy.
So, let's see. Let me tell you guys everything I got and we can talk about med spas and plastic surgery and all that good stuff. So, I tried out lip filler and Botox. And I got Botox in a couple different areas. So I wanted like a little brow lift. And this is something I've been like telling Tori about so much, that I would love to do a surgical brow lift and like actually do plastic surgery for this, because I've always had really hooded eyes. And with age, my eyes have like almost been getting droopier. Like you can see with a little bit of pressure, like how covered it is. And I hate it. And I feel like it impairs my vision when I have like swollen eyes, and like I just don't like how it looks. So, really wanted to try something for that. So, I got Botox right here. I got Botox in the forehead, and I got Botox here. And so that is supposed to just like totally lift you, and I feel like you can already see it working. Like when I scowl, you just like cannot see. And sorry if you're listening to this and not watching it, by the way. Um, but I basically got Botox like in my forehead area, around the eyebrows, in between the eyebrows. Then I also got Botox on my lips, and that was for a lip flip. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where when you smile, sometimes your top lip will like fold under, and then it'll be like an invisible like line of lip. And a lip flip just like relaxes those muscles and like keeps your top lip out like when you smile. And then I also got Botox on the side of my face, in like the bottom part of my cheeks, and that's for masseters Botox. So if you have like night grinding or TMJ, like that's really good for that. And it also like slims your face out, which again, that wasn't really my goal, but like we'll take it. I just would love to not feel pain in my cheeks from grinding my teeth all night. So that's what I got done. I also just got like some lip plumping, and I really wanted, if you're not watching this, I'll try to explain. When you're like resting your mouth, a lot of mouths have like a downturned like smile almost, where it looks like a kind of a natural frown, and I really wanted to lift that up. So I also got Botox around like the sides of the mouth to lift that up and give me this little like almost smile when my lips are just like relaxed.
I love that. I love that. Wow, I love that. I want to go. I want
I
everything that you just said.
It was so fun. Like the first off, this med spa is like incredible. They're like a warm hug. And like I said that in my video about them, but like they literally are just like the nicest people. I've never felt so comfortable in like a spa environment. And I was just like, okay, what about this? What about this? And they were like, you want to try it? You want to do it? Like, let's do it. And I was like, okay. So that's how I ended up with so much. Cause I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Let's see what we can do. But such a fun little place. If you're in San Francisco, it's called Selfishly Aesthetics. You guys need to go and tell them I sent you, and like they'll give you a discount, because I love my girls.
No, it looks so good. I have wanted my lips done for forever. And also, as I'm getting older, remember we are talking about birthday? I've noticed my eyes doing that too. I'm editing this video of like talking about basically my life over the years. And I was like, wow, my eyes used to be bigger. And I'm like, well, that can't be true. It's got to be like just your eyelid, right? Like with
Mhm.
age, it just droops or something. Is that what happens? Or did they
They didn't
explain that to
explain
you?
it to me, but I've done like so much research on this, because I always just thought it was like, oh, if you have hooded eyes, like this happens. But it really does happen to everyone with age, that like your face just droops. Like it's gravity. It's gonna happen. And like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with aging. But like to be 30 years old, like I don't want that to be like getting super droopy at 30, you know?
No, it's funny as Hannah's doing this. If you're watching this, I am literally like pulling out my skin. Like every time she's talking about the eyes, I'm like,
I know.
I'm like my mouth, my lips, like. But yeah, no, all of it looks so minimal though, and like natural, and it does not look like, you know how sometimes you can be like, oh, that person has like had some work done or something. not at all. Like it
Oh,
looks
good.
so natural and
And I mean, it
beautiful.
has
Yeah.
only been like 2 days. So, like, you can still, like, if you're watching this, you can still see the bruising kind of around my lips. The bottom lip's looking good though. And then the Botox hasn't like fully kicked in because it's only been 2 days. Like, you can see I still have some movement up here. But I found out that the first time you get Botox, it actually kicks in a lot faster. So, I think I'm already seeing a lot of results from that, which is really cool.
No, I can already tell in your eyes, like for
Yay.
sure. Also, can we talk about the pain? Because, like, for me, that's what is like the most
Yeah.
scary part. Because I'm such
Do you have like a low pain tolerance?
like negative one. Like, I'm like have the lowest pain tolerance
Mm.
ever. I'm such
Okay.
a
Well, I'm
baby.
not gonna lie. Like, it hurts. It is painful. They do give you numbing cream, which helps a lot. But not all numbing creams are created equal, is what I've learned. So I would like
Mm.
definitely talk to your med spa first about their numbing cream and how effective it is. I know some people use what's it called? Lycodine. What's the one they give you at the dentist?
I know what you're talking about. That
Starts with an
sounds
L.
familiar. Lycodin. If Matt were
Yeah.
here, he could tell
But
us.
some will like give you like a shot of numbing in your lips, which sounds nice as well. For me, it was just numbing cream. And I will say the top lip I thought was going to hurt more than the bottom lip. That was like not the case. The top lip was not bad with the numbing cream. And watching these videos back, I'm like, how did that not hurt more? Because they like put the needle in and then they like turn it like around inside.
Oh,
I
go.
know. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Yeah, but like you don't have to watch. You won't know that's going on. Like honestly, like I didn't know that was going on until I like watched it back. The bottom lip for me hurt a lot more, but it was like manageable. They gave me like a little stress ball. Like I was squeezing my little stress ball so much. And like when it's over, it's over, you know, like it's just like it hurts and then they pull the needle out and you're good. So you have to just like disassociate and like go to your happy place. Beauty is pain.
And how long, would you say 30 seconds or longer for your lips?
Um, Probably per needle, 30 seconds. And they did like here, 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 here. I guess you guys can't hear this. They did like 4 on top and like I think like two to four on the bottom. And it's probably like 30 seconds per needle.
Yeah. And how many syringes
So I
did you
got one
get?
syringe. So since I'm new to this, I guess they have to like stretch out your lips a little bit. Like they can overfill them and then they'll look freaking weird. So we started with one syringe, but she said that she, would love to give me more if I wanted it. But I feel like one, like I'm feeling good about this. I don't know if I want them to be bigger, but they're still a little swollen. So we're gonna see. It takes like 2 weeks for the swelling to go down. And then I can really decide like, do I want more or do I never want to go through that again?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, we'll never want to go through that again. Like, would you say it's on that level of like, would you never want to go through that again? Or would you do it
I
again?
think I would do it again. Like the nice thing about lip filler is it lasts a while. Like you really don't have to get it done like before it's been like a year and a half or so. And for some people, they say it lasts
I've
up to like 7 years.
Yeah, I've heard it can last way longer than typical people will like tell you that it lasts.
Totally. Like a lot of places will be like, hey, like come do this every like 9 to 12 months. But filler stays
Mhm.
in you for a long time. So I've heard that like literally up to 7 years, you'll be good. And it depends on, the person. Like some people, their bodies naturally dissolve filler faster than others. But like I actually, fun fact, tried lip filler like 5 years ago. Um, and they said that there was still like a little bit of filler in my top lip. So from 5 years ago.
That's cool. So, rate the pain experience honestly on your
Okay.
lips.
Top lip was probably a 5. Bottom lip was like a 9. It was really painful. Um
Oh,
And then
sure.
lip flip is probably a 6. And then Botox is like a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Botox is not as painful. Like it depends where you're getting it. I like didn't even feel it in the forehead. But like on the lips, painful. Here it felt like a little like pinch. Like someone was like pinching my skin, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I could handle the
You definitely could.
Botox. The lip filler is what I'm nervous about. But if anyone in the world needs lip filler, it's me.
I think you should try it. Like I'm all for like trying something once. And pain comes and goes. Pain, it's kind of a mindset. And like I feel like I've gotten really good at disassociating. Like to be honest, I will like go to a different place when I'm like at the dentist or here I like my eyes were closed, like I was on an island somewhere. And then she'd be like, "You want to look?" And I'd be like, "Whoa, where am I?" Like I thought I was in Hawaii, but okay.
Oh my gosh. Uh, is there any other thing that you think you might do? Or do you think like
I'm like, I
you
feel
got it
like
all?
it's the upbringing I had where like the women in my family, they all got a lot of like, not a lot, but women in my family, like they got work done and it was subtle and it was good work that like enhanced your features. And I feel like for me, that is my goal. I always want to like enhance my natural features. So like my lips, these are the same shape. They're just plumped. Like I didn't change the shape at all. Like this is what they are. And
Can you do that? Can you
yeah,
change
so
the
they were
shape?
telling me that like this like Cupid's bow is what everyone wants, but a lot of people don't have it. So they will like do extra like filler and Botox in places to give you like this little Cupid's bow. So it'll like change the
Yeah.
shape of your lips. And she was like people spend thousands to like get the shape of lips that like you already have. And I was like, "Well, thank you." My mama gave it to me.
Someone actually told me, a plastic surgeon, that I'm a really good candidate for lip filler because I have a Cupid's
Yeah.
bow just with no lip. But I have a really pronounced one. I just don't have any lips. They're like typically people with Cupid's bows have like, lips.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should try. I just like am in the boat that everyone should try everything once. Like it if these things exist in life, like why not? Why not? Like you can still love yourself and be on like a
Mhm.
self-love journey and like get a little lip plumping or like get a little like brow lift or even like for migraines or TMJ, like it's crazy what Botox can do.
Yeah, and like it's not permanent. It's not like you're freaking going under the knife. And
Mhm.
also, even if you were going under the knife,
Yeah.
who cares? Like it's just like a fun thing to try. It doesn't mean that you don't like love yourself right now as you are or think that oh, this is awful, I need to change it. It's just like if there's something that you're like, I think I don't like that, like I have the
Mhm.
means, let's just see how this goes and do your research and make sure you go to a super reputable like one, because obviously this is your face you're talking about, the money maker,
Yeah.
you
No,
you
but
want to go to somewhere good.
how I picture it is like it's just like fun. It's like experimenting. Like, what if you wanted to dye your hair a different color? That's something that's like not permanent,
Yeah.
but it's fun. And it's like fun to change up like your style or your image. And I feel like that's what this is for me, at least. And maybe as I get older, it'll be more like, oh, I really feel like I need this. But for now, I'm just like, it's fun to like change up my style and see what I look like with lips. And it's not a permanent thing. And I mean, for me, it's not costing money, which is really nice.
But and you know what though? Which I think you should go to someone reputable always. But I did want to just touch on this. It's not on the outline or anything, but going to Turkey.
We talk about this a lot.
Yeah. Hannah and I are like, let's go to Turkey and get our next life.
Yeah. Like, I would love that. Like, I just feel like we need to talk about like how it can still be self love to like do these things.
Yeah, it's an act of love for yourself. You're like, I love myself and I want to do this for
Yeah.
me. It's not because you're like, oh my gosh, I hate myself. I need to do this. Like, that's not the energy around
Exactly.
it. It's the energy is like, oh, this is like a fun thing. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna love it. Like, if you have that other kind of energy of like the hatred and the, oh my gosh, you don't need to do it, and you need to like figure that out first, I think, before you ever like put yourself in a serious situation like that.
But yeah, no amount of filler or Botox or plastic surgery is going to make you love yourself. And so if you're at a place where you're like, oh my God, I need to get all this work done because I hate myself and like that'll make me love myself, like it's not going to work. You know, like that's something that like has to come from inside, and that doesn't come from changing how you look, buying new clothes, changing your hair. Like it will never be enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are listening to
Yeah.
this and you're like, oh, perfect, I'll just get filler and Botox and then I'll love myself, like it's not going to work. And I think that doing work on yourself is like way more important than like putting all of that into like filler, a syringe of filler, you know?
Yeah, no, totally. Also, that reminds me, I was watching this documentary when I was at Ginger's house, my
Your
landlord, who's
beloved
not my
landlord.
landlord, my 3 landlords ago. And but she's my bestie, and she was showing us this documentary. I don't even think that the documentary is out yet, but it's about to be, and it's about people who donate organs, and it's about like when people donate organs, I promise I'm coming back around. But it's like when people donate organs, like they used to think, because like kidneys for instance, you can donate a kidney and still like live your life and be like functioning member, and you can voluntarily do that. And so basically when it first came about, whenever people started doing that or wanting to do that, like it had to go through the court system. Like people were like, are you insane? Like people thought that the people who wanted to do it were literally mentally like not there. And anyways, this whole documentary dives deep into why people would want to do something like that, or why people would even like feel the need to like go under
Yeah.
the knife. You know what I mean? And also it's like it dives into like, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. But the point the point I'm trying to make is, if you like, they talk about like why people really do it, like why people donate organs like that. And so like basically it came down to, because it interviewed a ton of people, a bunch of studies. Most people do it because they think that it's going to make them feel better about
Yeah.
themselves, almost like, if I do this, this will be my good deed and it'll make me like feel better. And not, and it never does,
Yeah.
ever. And so that's like same thing with plastic surgery. It's like, oh, if I fix my lips, then I'm gonna feel like me. I have no lips. If I get lip injections, I'm gonna just feel so much better.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that works. And I've been having this thought, and this is why I've been having my midlife crisis lately, is because I used to think, if I had at least 100,000 followers on some platform, which I do, and if I was making at least around this amount of money a month, which I typically do, um, then I would be so, if I was living this life, and it's like the life that I am currently living, I move around, I travel all the time, blah blah blah. I would be so happy, you know? And it's like, so it's like you think that getting these material things or whatever is gonna like, you're going to feel a certain way, or like if you fix your whatever it is, get some Botox, whatever, it's going to like do that for you, and
A
that's just not
hundred
how it
percent. Like
works.
if you've
So
ever reached those goals and then still felt like the same person, like that's exactly how it is. You know, like I remember also thinking like when I'm at 10,000 Instagram followers, like I'm going to just have the perfect life. When I'm at 50,000, I'm going to have the perfect life. And it's like that actually has nothing to do with my life. Like at all.
mhm,
And
mhm.
same with this. Like, I think it's a fun thing, but is it defining me? No, absolutely not. And is it changing my life? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like this tiny bit of like a part of your thing. This is not even something that's like weighed on
Mhm.
you, you know? And that is the only way that you should open yourself up to doing
Yeah. And
something
if you
like
are
this.
considering it,
in
like
my opinion.
I'm obviously in full support, but like make sure that you're still putting in the work to like love yourself and be happy before you like almost depend on something else to do that for you.
Or just think or hold that much
Right.
weight on anything.
Mhm.
That's never going to
Yeah.
live up to it. Unfortunately, wouldn't that be cool if you're like, oh, if I just do this one thing, everything's going to be so much better. And then you do the one thing and then everything is better. But it just,
Wouldn't
that
that
just
be
like
nice?
literally doesn't work. Yeah.
Here we are, your supportive big sisters, telling you that there are other ways to love yourself, but also you can have fun with your life and your appearance and your body.
Yes, 100%. Well, also I am going straight out the door to get some lip injections because Hannah's look so good.
You need to come here and go to my girl Louisa because seriously, like she will just make you feel so comfortable and you'll love it. I do love them, but I'm still like I'm getting used to them. And they're also still very tight. So I like can't do anything like kiss my husband or kiss my dogs.
Oh, no, but you have much more movement because I talked to Hannah the first day and she was like, I can't talk to you on the phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they were like, be so careful. Like, you know, don't move the filler around. Don't do this. Don't do this. So I was like, ooh, it hurts and I can't talk.
Well, something I'm scared about too is I get fever blisters. And so I think I would need to take Veltrex. I've heard this that if you're prone to fever blisters, you need to preemptively take like fever
Oh.
blister medication so that way you don't get one
That
when
makes
they.
sense. I've never even heard of a fever blister. That sounds terrifying.
You
Oh, a cold
haven't a
sore.
cold sore?
Oh. I've never heard them be called fever blisters.
Yeah. See, here's the thing: is whenever you have a bestie who is like from a totally different part.
Special guest.
Oh my gosh, we have a little friend, a guest. It's like, is this thing on? But when you have a bestie who's from a different area of the country than you, it's so fun because like there's different words for different things, and then you'll be like, "Excuse me, like
Can you
what
guys
is
like
that?"
tap in? Like, who's heard of fever blister? I've literally never heard that. Just pictured like a blood blister. Like, I was like, oh my god, are you okay?
I'm so concerned, so concerned. Like, I bet we have different words for what do you call like what would you call this?
A remote? Yeah.
You call it a remote. See,
A
you know what I
clicker?
call it?
A channel
changer.
changer. Wait, that sounds like someone who just doesn't know the word for it.
I also think that might not be an area of the country thing. I think
That's a
just
Torri
like a weird.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, we will talk to you guys soon because I gotta move,
And go to
unfortunately.
Paris.
Which are and go to I have to pack. I've already moved. I mean I need to pack for Paris and I have not done that yet. So I need to like get a move on and do all of that.
Yes.
So anyway.
You do. But you guys can always find us at Internet Girls with a Z on Instagram. And you can listen to our podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, give us all the good energy. And yeah, tell us, would you guys ever try Botox? Would you ever try filler? Are you terrified of it? Have you tried it? Give us all your juicy comments.
Yes, please. I have never done anything, but I will. Just so y'all know. Write this down.
Yeah.
I am 100%. It is happening.
Yeah, by the
Probably
time this
year,
launches,
sure.
this episode, Tori's going to be like, oh, I've actually done my whole face.
Yeah. I'm going to look like a whole new biatch. Y'all aren't even going to recognize me.
And with that, Internet Girls are out.
Out.